Case presentation by Juliet Haddo. Patient X presented to the physiotherapy practice preceding a long stint in a rehabilitation hospital. Prior to his accident, Patient X was fit and healthy, had worked in the music industry for many years and enjoyed going to gigs. Post-COVID-19 pandemic, he started up a new role working as a truck driver. He had mentioned to his boss on the day one of work that the step into his truck was slippery and a hazard. A few months later, Patient X slipped off his semi-truck and landed on his skull, sustaining multiple fractures, a brain hemorrhage where a craniotomy was performed to reduce the pressure. He was in a coma for several days and ICU for 14 days. He then spent 12 weeks in a rehabilitation hospital, learning basic tasks such as walking, sitting out of bed, and eating. His central vertigo has been his main issue since injury. In the first few weeks at rehabilitation, he was unable to walk without falling or feeling dizzy. His proprioception was greatly impacted. Any head movements caused severe dizziness. After his hospital stay and discharge, he was sent to Eltham for physiotherapy. He has been able to start walking on flat surfaces, but has still got symptoms of dizziness, and his ADLs are impacted. He is at high risk of falling and unable to drive. His gait is slow and symptoms increase on uneven surfaces. Added head turns make the symptoms worse. Despite these issues, Patient X is very positive and has found working with physiotherapy and health staff very beneficial, but has found mostly the stressful parts have come down to the uncertainty around his work and the work cover claim, and not being able to work. It took months for the claim to be accepted, and he struggled to do this on his own without support. This causes great stress and anxiety about his future. Each week, it seemed he would get a new case manager and had to retell his story, which was very distressing for him and triggering. He struggled to get his claim approved and submitted. He had a lot of changes with the case managers and a difficult work environment. He found it hard to find a social worker to guide him through this. It took him several months to get the social worker and to help guide through this process. The team that worked with Patient X was a physiotherapist who helps with ongoing symptoms, doing daily and weekly vestibular training such as progressive gaze exercises, which is beneficial according to Shiozaki et al. Proprioception exercises such as standing on non-compliant surfaces with head turns and sitting on fit balls with added movements. He had an occupational therapist to modify his home to make it safer for him, including adding in rails and making his bathroom more accessible. The neurologist played a role in initially diagnosing the deficits and his disorders. A psychologist has been brought in to help with his PTSD, stress and anxiety associated with the injury, work cover and financial stress. Case manager, he coordinated the recovery and return to work plan, which is ongoing, ensuring that the client has access to healthcare professionals. They continue to have financial support and assist in their rehabilitation journey to get back to work. The social worker, their aim is to help navigate the patient through the health system, supporting the patients and their families while going through injury, illness, or disability. They help connect the patient to health services and recovery and advocate for their health and promote overall quality of life. Positives for Patient X include having access to world-class facilities in his rehabilitation, having access to a multidisciplinary team to help with his symptoms and improve his quality of life. This enabled him to participate in 3 physio sessions per week, which was great for his progression. Things that didn't really work were surrounding the work cover and the monetary stress due to not being able to work, which he found very challenging. He had to retell his story over and over again, which became distressing. I believe what could work would be to streamline work cover to make sure the client has financial cover soon. Also, there was too many case managers mentioned and became distressing retelling the stories over and over again. A system needs to have the patient's information regarding the accident so they don't have to keep bringing it up and causing psychological distress. The multidisciplinary clinics are fantastic and reduce the amount of driving and travel for the patient, which is important for Patient X. Keeping all these in one location is great, however, there are not enough of them and they need to be more widespread. Thank you.